Hi, my name is Elena Porter, and I am a student at Grand Canyon University enrolled in the Master of Education in Special Education program. Today I will discuss my professional dispositions. The first question that we were tasked to answer is, what is the individual education teacher's role in supporting learning, improving planning and practice, upholding professional expectations and ethics, and collaboratively advancing the profession? The special education teacher's roles in supporting learning, improving planning and practice, upholding professional expectation and ethics, and collaboratively advancing the profession are to set challenging expectations for students who suffer learning disabilities and other exceptionalities to develop their highest learning capacity so they can become productive members of society and live the best quality of life. The second question that we were tasked to answer is, what dispositions that you currently possess will help you become a successful teacher? There are four qualities of personhood that I embody to be worthy to serve as a teacher in a special education classroom. The first quality is advocacy. Advocating for students is essential to me because the majority of special needs students I work with can meet academic standards as long as the regular education team is willing to give them the support they need. I do most of my advocating during collaborative planning. I always emphasize the importance of reteaching, verbal prompts, and modeling, differentiation, and scaffolding. The next personal quality that I possess that would make me a wonderful special education teacher is dedication. My dedication is exemplified by my consistent attendance, punctuality, and the fact that I work very hard to create a very inviting environment, whether I'm in a regular education classroom or a special education classroom. The next disposition that I possess is compassion. I was hired to teach, coming from an alternative education background, and when I entered the 7th grade ELA class, regular education class, and direct class serving special needs students, I thought I had the perfect vision of the teacher that I aspired to be. A firm, very firm, but fair educator who holds students to a very high standard. I hold them accountable for their behavior and accountable for their academic performance. The first mistake that I made was I instituted a very rigid behavior plan. It was littered with consequences, and I used every opportunity that I could to enforce it. And I refused to deviate from it. My approach failed, I will confess, and I had to do something different. And I changed my approach as a result. So I had to modify my plan. I went from 8, 9, 10 rules to 5, and my interactions with my students evolved, and then I started giving them a genuine praise. I started using empathy, not sympathy, but empathy, and I started engaging in positive dialogue, doing a lot of talking with them, because through that dialogue I found out that a lot of my students, before they get to school, they have had a lot of stressors. They've encountered a lot of stressors from the time they get home off the bus to the time that they get on the bus. They encounter a lot of things that really has a toll on them. So by the time that they get to school, they're not really wanting to engage in learning. So just by talking to a lot of my students, that has helped, and it has built some very positive relationships. The next attribute that I feel that I possess that will make me a wonderful special education teacher is a secure sense of self. And to me, a secure sense of self is very essential because I get to maintain the treasures of my culture, and I don't have to, don't have to let those negative experiences. I don't have to wear them as a badge, and I can also be very open to other cultures and other people's experiences. And I understand that everyone comes from a different reality than my own. And I'm willing to learn, and I'm open to learning more about their realities. And I'd like to share some of those experiences and encourage my students to be very inviting to other cultures and other peoples, and welcome diversity in the classroom because it creates a very positive learning environment. The next question is that we were tasked to answer is, what dispositions do you need to work on before you enter the classroom as a first-year teacher? For me, it's reflection and collaboration. Reflection and collaboration are the two qualities that I want to work on as a first-year teacher. I want to better incorporate feedback from assessments to measure the effectiveness of my lesson plans. I would like to have time to observe more seasoned teachers. However, this was difficult because we experienced a big turnover in staff this year. And concerning collaboration, I'm not sure what collaborative teaching looks like. I do not believe I have fully grasped what collaborative teaching looks like because I haven't had the opportunity to observe a seasoned team again. We are very understaffed in the school system in the school that I work in. I don't even know how to start or the roles and responsibilities when I collaborative teach because the teacher that I actually work with, she is a first-year teacher too. The next question that we were tasked to answer is, what effect could personal biases have on expectations that teachers have for their students? Well, I believe that low expectations for students with learning disabilities and other exceptionalities, they perpetuate, poor performance. Also, low expectations impede their academic success. And as a result, we deny, those of us who have low expectations for our students, we deny them a lot of learning experiences and opportunities that our students deserve. The next question is, how could these biases affect the relationship with students? Well, I believe that educators who set low expectations for students who suffer learning disabilities and other exceptionalities tend to approach this population of students from a missionary perspective, and as a result, the students pick up these low expectations and they disengage from the lessons. They disengage for striving to build their knowledge base. They disengage from wanting to participate in extracurricular activities. And I believe that when teachers have a low expectation of this particular group of students or any student, we promote a self-fulfilling prophecy of failure. And this is the end of my professional disposition. I want to thank you for your time and consideration, and I hope you all have a good night. Thank you.